Yo, DripFeed fam, get ready for a lightning round of the hottest news hitting your screens. We've got Hawkins spilling the tea on Christopher Nolan's epic, The Odyssey, and how it feels like indie filmmaking on a massive scale. You won't believe what he revealed. Then, we're diving into the wild idea of Christopher Nolan designing a whole theme park land for Universal. Could it be the next big thing? Imagine walking through one of his cinematic worlds. Plus, we're revisiting a classic that's surprisingly free to stream right now, Christopher Nolan's mind-bending masterpiece, Memento. Get ready to have your mind blown all over again. And finally, we're settling the debate. Is Christopher Nolan's upcoming The Odyssey using historically accurate Greek warrior attire? We've got the details. You don't want to miss this. Smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Hawkins says The Odyssey is epic in a different way. Hawkins is giving us an exclusive peek behind the curtain of Christopher Nolan's highly anticipated film, The Odyssey, and he's calling it indie filmmaking on a very different budget. This isn't just another blockbuster. Hawkins suggests Nolan is bringing his signature meticulousness to an epic scale, creating an experience that feels both grand and intimate. Universal Pictures is set to release The Odyssey on July 17, 2026, positioning it as Nolan's next major cinematic event following the success of Oppenheimer. True to form, the film will be shot on IMAX film, promising a visually stunning and immersive experience. Hawkins, who is part of the film's star-studded ensemble cast, shared his insights with Screen Rant, highlighting Nolan's efficient yet detailed approach to directing. Mr. Nolan, Chris, is very, I would say, indie filmmaking on a very different budget, but there were a lot of similarities, actually. Just the efficiency in which he works. He's just a master of detail, Hawkins explained, expressing his eagerness for audiences to see the film. The cast itself reads like a who's who of Hollywood talent, reportedly including Matt Damon as Odysseus, alongside stars like Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, and Jon Bernthal. With Nolan at the helm, reuniting with cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema and composer Ludwig Göransson, The Odyssey is already generating massive buzz. Fans are buzzing about the unique approach Hawkins described, with many speculating how Nolan will blend the epic scope of Homer's tale with the grounded efficiency of indie production. The anticipation for this epic in a different sort of way is palpable. Don't go anywhere, because the next story might just be the wildest Universal Parks idea yet. Get ready for a proposition that could change theme park history forever. Dear Universal, let Christopher Nolan design a theme park land. Universal Parks are clearly in expansion mode, with new projects popping up across their global portfolio, from Florida to Texas and even England. But amidst all this exciting development, one fan has a truly ambitious wish. Let Christopher Nolan design a theme park land. Nolan, whose name alone can guarantee box office success, has a unique talent for creating immersive worlds. His latest film, the Oscar-winning Oppenheimer, is a testament to this, and his upcoming adaptation of Homer's, The Odyssey, is already generating significant buzz. While his films offer a defined cinematic experience, the idea of guests being able to freely explore a Nolan-designed world in a theme park is incredibly enticing. Currently, the only Nolan-adjacent theme park attractions are the Dark Knight coasters at Six Flags, which are merely decorated with iconography from his films. However, with Nolan's production deal now with Universal, the possibility of a true collaboration with Universal Creative is open. Imagine a land inspired by his distinct vision, whether it's based on one of his films or an entirely original concept. Fans are already dreaming of what this could look like, with some suggesting an Odyssey-themed land to replace parts of Islands of Adventure. The potential for a collaboration between Nolan, Universal's creative minds, and even Steven Spielberg is a tantalizing prospect that has the theme park community buzzing. And speaking of mind-bending experiences, get ready to revisit a film that's proving you don't need to spend a dime to be amazed. Prepare for a deep dive into a classic that's now streaming for free. I can't stop rewatching Christopher Nolan's best movie, and the good news, it's free to stream. Get ready to have your mind twisted and your wallet happy, because Christopher Nolan's unforgettable film, Memento, is now streaming for free on multiple platforms. This isn't just any movie, it's a cinematic puzzle box about memory, or rather, the profound lack of it. Memento follows Leonard, played brilliantly by Guy Pearce, an ex-insurance investigator with anterograde amnesia, meaning he can't form new memories. Every moment is a fresh start, a blank slate, after a traumatic attack that left him unconscious and his wife dead. The film masterfully plays with narrative structure, starting at the end and working backward, forcing viewers to piece together the what and why alongside Leonard. Praised by critics as a mind-bending and original masterpiece, Memento continues to captivate audiences with its unique premise and execution. Empire magazine noted Nolan's exploration of memory and time toying with narrative and structure, while Entertainment Weekly described it as a jigsaw puzzle whose pieces snap together more tightly with each viewing. Guy Pearce's performance is consistently lauded as indelible, holding the complex narrative together with a performance that flickers with bewilderment, frustration, and fury. The film's innovative approach to storytelling has cemented its status as a classic, and the fact that it's now accessible for free on platforms like the Roku channel, Pluto TV, Hoopla, Canopy, and Plex in the US, and Channel 4 in the UK is fantastic news for cinephiles everywhere. But is Nolan just a master of mind-bending cinema, or does his influence extend even further? We're about to dive into a heated debate about historical accuracy in his upcoming epic. Is Christopher Nolan's Odyssey using historically accurate Greek warrior attire? The buzz around Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is reaching a fever pitch, and it's not just about the epic scale or the star-studded cast. It's about the helmets. Recent discussions have sparked debate over whether Odysseus will be depicted wearing historically accurate Greek warrior attire, specifically focusing on the type of helmet. Many fans are clamoring for the iconic boar's tusk helmet, referencing its mention in Homer's Iliad. However, the reality might be more nuanced than expected. While Homer does mention a boar's tusk helmet, described as a rare leather helmet with intricately arranged ivory slivers, given to Odysseus by Myrmians, it's not the standard headwear depicted in his epic. The Iliad primarily describes Greek soldiers using hoplite helmets common in the 8th or 7th century BCE, such as the Corinthian or Illyrian types, made of bronze and covering the cheeks, often adorned with horsehair crests. This aligns more closely with the helmet seen on Matt Damon in promotional images for Nolan's film. Scholars suggest that the detailed description of the boar's tusk helmet in the Iliad might point to a faint memory from the Mycenaean era, or more likely, a rare but still known artifact in the Archaic era when Homer himself lived. The discovery of such helmets in Mycenaean tombs lends credence to this theory. It's plausible that Homer included this fascinating, albeit rare, piece of ancient armor due to its unique nature, rather than historical prevalence. Ultimately, the debate highlights the fascinating intersection of ancient literature, archaeology, and modern filmmaking, as fans eagerly await Nolan's interpretation of this timeless epic. And that's a wrap on today's news, but don't go anywhere yet. Stick around for a quick recap of all the stories and our full call to action. Alright, DripFeed fam, that was a whirlwind tour of the latest buzz. We heard from Hawkins about the unique epic scale of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, explored the wild concept of Christopher Nolan designing a universal theme park, revisited the free-to-stream mindbender Memento, and debated the historical accuracy of helmets in The Odyssey. Did any of that blow your mind? Let us know in the comments below. If you loved this episode, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to DripFeed for more exclusive content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. And of course, follow us on all our socials for behind-the-scenes action. We'll catch you in the next one.